Now let's get started by letting me give you a little bit of a scenario of what my life is all about.
Hey, Zorro. Hola, drifters. J. Barrick, Sandy Sage, California drifter with you here in Ocotillo Wells, state vehicular area, recreational area, I believe. It's a state park here in California, just adjacent to Anza Borrego State Park, where, of course, you know, if you follow the channel, that I love spending time. And it's between the Anza Borrego State Park and the Salton Sea, so it's all part of the same giant wash, basin and range wash system that's created here geologically here in Anza Borrego. You saw the drone as I came into the van. Unfortunately, it's not okay to use drones here in the Ocotillo Wells area. However, there's a lot of great things that I'll be able to film for you here. There's some hills behind me that I'll be able to climb and get some aerial views or some high-level views of the camping area. And then I'm seeing some wonderful flower blooms. The ajo lily is back. I love the ajo lily. I'll show you that in a bit. And I found a sunken area that has water in it, and there's some little creatures living in it, so kind of cool stuff. Anyway, Ocotillo Wells, it's actually the first time I've camped here. I drive by here all the time, but I was sort of avoiding the area because I knew there were these ATVs and motorcycles out here, and that I thought it would be pretty loud. As most of you know, I love peace and quiet. I love my quiet, and I just, you know, kind of avoid it for that reason. But I thought I could use the drone here, so I'm camping here. But at any rate, I can't use the drone, but I am still very glad that I found this area because it's some wonderful camping back here. Lots of available campsites. If you like your space like I do, I'll show you around, but there's a lot of places that you can camp here in the foothills as part of this water basin, or you can camp just out on the flat desert out ahead of me. So lots of places to camp here. So I'm looking forward to showing you around Ocotillo Wells. Peace. Well, I can smell them pancakes already. I'm hungry. So I had a little bit of difficulty this week getting groceries. When I went into Borrego Springs to resupply this week, the town had lost power and the grocery store was closed, so I wasn't able to get any groceries. And when that happens, I always got backup, so I can always go usually another week before I really need to get groceries. And one of the things I keep in the van are these Kodiak cakes. All you need is water and that, and you can make some pretty good tasting flapjacks. All right, let's flip this little guy. There we go. All right, flapjacks are cooked. And now my favorite part, the pouring of the syrup. All right, we'll stop there. I don't need extra sugar. Yeah, and that is breakfast when the stores are closed. Peace, mahalo. Tracks filled with water here in the OHV Hills area, and somehow there's aquatic life here, which isn't all that surprising. There we go, that bug moved there. Which isn't all surprising because this was once under the ocean and then once under a lake, so there's probably all these little microorganisms ready to sprout life here wherever a little puddle of water exists. Isn't this beautiful? So quiet out here too. Yeah. This beautiful flower is the Aho lily, and it was just a couple years ago that I saw one of these for the first time, and it kind of creeped me out. They let me pan back out. They have when they first bloom, they shoot out of the ground with these snake-like leaves, long leaves, and then eventually they turn into these just gorgeous, beautiful flowers. And yes, they do smell like garlic, if you're wondering. All right, it's a nice evening. I thought I'd show you the van in bed mode. It's about half an hour from sunset, and that's about when I usually make up the bed. That way I'm not making the bed in the dark. And nice warm day like this too. It's nice to just air out the van. And yeah, I love the view behind me here. Sorry for the shadow. The sun's setting off to my right. And yeah, just always I dry my dishes off and set them up here. Always like having Buddha up on the dash, Zorro on the transmission gear. And yeah. Oh, before I forget, a special shout out to Nathan and Gucci visiting here from France. Those were the guys on the motorcycles that you saw earlier. They were here just having fun. They had been in the United States for a couple of months and had, I think, rented a van and then bought those motorcycles, and we're just driving around California having a blast at all these OHV areas that we have available here in the state. Those guys were nice enough to let me film them, get some up-close motorcycle footage, because really, if you're coming to Ocotillo Ocotillo Wells, you should probably bring a motorcycle. I may have been the only one here that didn't have one. Peace. Mahalo.